Welcome, beautiful. Welcome, welcome. My name is Sonja Maria Devi. I feel really honored to be sharing with you today. And I feel this is a very, very, very important subject. And really, our relationship to our bodies, to our yoni, our sexuality, has the power to either block us in the deepest and the most, difficult ways. And it has also the power to fulfill us and really connect us with our deepest, deepest power and creative potential. So this is why it's such an important subject. And my intention for today is to, give you inspiration and also guidance on how you can really take the next steps on your path and do this healing work that creates huge shifts in your life. And I want to begin by saying it's the fact that you're here is already an amazing sign. If you're here, you must be already feeling that call. There's something more calling you, or perhaps you are becoming aware that you're not so happy in your life or fulfilled in your relationships. And I really want you to know that just being able to notice that is a really great sign. Perhaps there's been a time in your life where you felt so disconnected that you weren't even aware that there was anything more, or that you needed to embark on a journey of healing. So the fact that you're becoming more aware, the fact that you're here, is already an amazing sign. And there is so much more for you to find. I know that. I continually, through connecting with my body in a really conscious, loving way, I'm continually finding a deeper connection to love, to magic, to beauty, to nature. And so that's why I'm so excited to share with you today. And so, first of all, I just really want to let you know that you are not alone. If you're feeling like a sense that there's work to be done, there's healing to be done, stuff inside of you that needs attention, you are not alone. There are so many women and also men who are beginning to wake up to the fact that we are here to do some healing work. So many of us come from lineages and families where we weren't necessarily given the best education on how to connect to ourselves, and also perhaps there's stuff from our family that we are actually taking on to heal, and a lot of us are doing that unconsciously. But if we do this consciously, if we do embark on our path of healing consciously, then this really puts us in a good position, because it means that we can empower ourselves. We can do this healing work, and we can actually create shifts. Because what happens is, what I found that after the healing work, although the healing continues, the healing work actually really offers us such powerful, powerful gifts. So the fact that you're here is amazing, and know that you're not alone. There's so many women on this planet right now doing this work, and we are actually helping each other by doing this work on our own and also together. Also, I really just want to let you know that you have such a beautiful path of magic in front of you, and that when you work with the energy that you have inside your yoni and inside of your body, when you work with this energy and clear, and this is what I'm going to be telling you, guiding you, and letting you know how you can do this work. When you clear these past traumas from your body and create a more healthy relationship to your body, you will naturally magnetize more healthy, beautiful, mind-blowing, amazing sexual experiences. Definitely 100%. whether that's in an existing relationship or whether you're attracting a completely different frequency of person because you are actually in a different frequency yourself. So there is so much to look forward to. And because, our sexuality is our most core energy, it can block our happiness and well-being, but it can also be the key to our happiness and well-being and our vitality. So let's explore why and how we can do this work. But let's begin with just the basics. Yoni, what does it mean? What is this word? And why do we use it? So vagina, it's not the best word as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't really inspire me personally. Yoni is a Sanskrit word. I've personally spent a lot of years studying yoga and over 20 years doing yoga, so I'm more connected to the lineage which this word comes from. But aside from that, even if you're not someone who resonates with yoga at all, Sanskrit is a language which is, it's one of the oldest languages, and which is very connected to like the most root meanings of life. And so through that language, we can connect to like the essence of what that word is, and we connect into with the word yoni, which is actually translated as sacred space. We actually connect with something really, really important, like a concept that is so empowering for us as women. The fact that our yoni, and by the way, yoni is generally referring to the whole area of the vagina and womb space, that by connecting to this space as a sacred space, then we begin to really understand what this part of our body, how important it is, and the potential of what is held there. Because sacred space is like the most precious. It's the most precious, it's the most holy, it's the most, it's like the source of life. And that is essentially what our yoni and womb space is. It is the source of our most vital energy, and also our root energy. And our root energy is what allows us, when we're connected to our root energy, that's what allows us to really manifest in this life and, feel a sense of belonging in our body, safety in our body, the ability to, create abundance and good things in our lives, and to feel like we're really worth it. And if we don't feel connected to our root energy, this is where we're like, looking for things all the time because we can't feel that connection. So the yoni is like the place is this. It's a physical place. It's where your vagina is. It's where all those different sexual organs are. There's also an energetic portal. It's a place where we can connect in to our connection to the earth and to our deepest selves. And so we can find that through that word yoni. So you're welcome to use whatever word you want for your own sexual organs, but I want to let you know the reason why many of us are using yoni, why we've reclaimed this word, is because it's actually a part of the key back to the essence of what is the preciousness of our sexuality. So yoni and root energy, and these are kind of like keys that we tap into when we do this work of healing. And this is where we access our core power and, of course, our creativity, because that's the center of that creative energy, whether we use that to create a human being, which is amazing that we can even do that, or whatever we are here to do in this life. And my prayer is that you are also like really looking for this as well, for your purpose. in this life. Even if your purpose is to be a happy woman, to be connected to your purpose is so vital. And this is another key that our connection to our yoni can offer us. So let's get into it. I'm going to let you know a few different things about your yoni that's going to help you understand how we can get traumatized, how we can get disconnected, and how we can get into a place where we need healing. And so your yoni remembers. Your yoni is so sensitive. It's actually a very intelligent, highly sensitive part of your body. Okay? And if you think about it, something's really sensitive, then if anything negative happens, any force that's too strong, or anything that doesn't respect it, doesn't feel it, if that comes into that really sensitive space, then that really soft and sensitive part will feel it, and your yoni will also remember it. So if something happened to you, even if it was someone who you did love, but they did something that, you know, really felt shocking to you, or like just, you know, jarred you in any way, anything that made you contract, then your yoni will contract because it's so sensitive, and then it will contract. Something happens that's shocking, and then your yoni will remember that shock. Okay, it's almost like that shock gets embedded in the cells, in the cellular memory, the area of your body. Okay, and whereas that part was so sensitive and soft and receptive before, after that shock, there's this contraction that's held. And say another thing happens that is also quite shocking. And over time, your yoni will become desensitized. And this can also even happen with the way you're touching your yoni. You know, perhaps, you know, you've received messages that you have to be really, I don't know, like messages from porn or from your culture, for anything around you that, you know, kind of meant that you didn't approach your sexual organs in a loving, conscious way. And over time, your yoni, when it's not met in this loving, gentle, sensitive way, will get more and more contracted. Okay? And that means that you will probably need more and more stimulus in order to feel a sensation. Because as we become more contracted, then we become numb, can't feel anything. And that's when perhaps we try and use more and more stimulus to get a feeling. Perhaps we need something more and more intense in order to feel anything at all. Okay? And so over time, what can very easily happen, and each of our stories are completely different. Some of us have experienced deep trauma, and from others. For others, you know, we just haven't been in the right environment, and that was traumatic. You know, I know for myself, I found growing up in Australia and the ideas around sexuality really traumatizing for me, even though nothing was actually done to me. So what can happen is our soft, beautiful, sacred space, which is so open and sensitive, you know, which is actually our superpower. Like that's the yoni superpower, is that it's receptive. So the yoni, it's the home of your most feminine energy. Feminine energy is receptive. So whereas masculine energy is moving towards, and that's what can be so sexy, you know, when like masculine energy If we're really in our feminine energy, masculine energy comes towards us, it's so amazing and sexy, but we need to be in that receptivity in order to be able to really enjoy that. And so receptivity, being able to receive, being able to sense, actually being sensitive, is our superpower as women, as feminine beings. So our receptivity needs to be cultivated and needs to be respected. But if we have a history where that receptivity has not been respected, the sensitivity has not been honored, this is what can happen. We become more and more and more armored. And when we're armored, we're not sensitive anymore. We can't feel, we can't sense, we can't open. And that can be really, 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 really frustrating. And this is where a lot of us are at. And so just take a moment for yourself just to feel into what can you resonate about what I just shared? Has that any of that shown up in your life? Do you feel that your yoni has been respected the way that it needs to be respected? Do you feel like your sensitivity is being respected by others, by yourself? Just take a moment just to sense into that. And I would love if you could just place your hands at your heart space and just give your heart a little bit of a rub and take some breaths. And have a little shake. So your yoni remembers. This is the first key point. And what we can do to help is to notice when our yoni or any part of our body has become contracted. This is really huge. If you can sense when you've become contracted, then you will be then able to then see how you can unlock that contraction and come back into receptivity and come back into your feminine superpowers. Okay? So noticing contraction and also cultivating connection is key. I'm going to go more and more into that. So take a deep breath. Your yoni remembers. And your yoni knows what she needs. And she also knows what she wants, but she needs to get what she needs before she can really let go into what she wants. Okay? And so this means that you need to be able to listen to your yoni's needs. And what are needs? Needs are things that support us. Okay? And so you could, in the case of our yonis, you could say that what our yoni needs is what will help nourish a sense of connection and receptivity. Okay? So when you're not, a need of your yoni could be that your yoni needs a lot of time and space on the way to penetration, perhaps. Yeah? Perhaps your yoni needs kind words. Or perhaps your yoni, who knows, like there's so many different needs that your yoni can have, and they can be changing all the time. So the key is that you need to be able to listen to what your yoni needs. And this is a superpower, this ability to actually hear. I don't mean literally, I mean like sense what she needs. And this can be a life's work of beginning to really understand what our yonis need. And we can just keep on learning but what we need is to be able to listen. Yeah. And to be able to listen, we also need to value this, value the time that we spend sensing into our body. So rather than just do, or going at somebody else's sexual rhythm, instead, this involves a lot of tuning into your body. And I know this is something that I could not do before my sexual revolution and my sexual healing that led to my sexual revolution. I couldn't do that. I couldn't tune into my body. And I wasn't able to then share that with my partners. I just kind of hoped that they got it right, and I didn't communicate anything to them. And I now see, now that I'm tuned in, I now know how different the universe is when I feel tuned into my body and when I'm guiding my own experience from that connection. Okay? So it's deep sensing and listening. And it's this deep sensing and listening that we can learn through our own sacred sexual practices. So this is what I teach. I teach women's transformational energetic practices so that we can learn this language in our own time, in our own way, and then we can share that with whoever we're relating to. But until you have that ability and knowledge and ability to sense, then you may be just going with someone else's flow and feeling really frustrated that you're not getting the satisfaction that you really know must be possible. Okay? So your yoni knows. Your yoni knows what she needs. And the key point is to listen. And the key point is also that it's work in progress of listening and then later sharing that with whoever you're relating to. And this is where relationships go to the next level. Okay, big deep breath. Just take a moment to reflect. Do you listen to those little messages and voices from your body and from your yoni? Do you listen to them? Is that part of your world yet? And are you willing to listen to more and to really respect those very subtle messages from your body? Are you willing to value that, to explore that? Deep breath. So, next point. Your yoni wants to heal. Yes. So we might come in with a lot of stuff that we're here to process and resolve, or we may have had very difficult experiences in our life, which has created patterns in our body that we need to resolve, that we need to heal. But our body is fine-tuned for healing, expanding, and coming back to harmony and to our state of innocence and receptivity. We are naturally, once we support ourselves and listen to our needs, our bodies start to heal and open themselves. And your body will start to direct you to the people and to the experience, the workshops, whatever, and the places in nature that will heal you. There's this natural, intelligent, healing intelligence inside your body, inside your yoni, that is going to be guiding you as soon as you listen. So our yonis want to heal, and they will show us how to heal once we're listening. This is the amazing thing. And so we need to feed our body our attention, our loving acceptance, and create spaces that feel safe. Because a really, really, really important thing to know is that your body and your yoni starts to heal as soon as you feel safe. So as soon as you're in an environment that feels safe, or you're with a person who feels loving and safe, your body starts to heal itself. That's how it goes. Because as soon as we're not resisting and fighting and pushing, then our body goes, our parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, and our body starts to heal. And we might get some taste of how it is to feel healed, to feel nourished and in our feminine energy. And then we're like, oh, that feels really good. And then we start to naturally make choices that lead more towards that. So our bodies, our yonis want to heal, and it's really simply about us supporting that process, listening, and then supporting the process. And so, as I mentioned, safety is very important. So a really important part of supporting our healing process is not to put our yoni in environments that do not feel safe and do not feel supportive. Okay, so this might mean that you need to make some choices or let go of some people or some pursuits in your life. So it's up to you to really explore what feels nourishing for you and what's going to help you to keep on opening and what's going to keep on, supporting you to contract and close. So this is something that you're really going to have to really look at for yourself. And another part is to keep on clearing that which you have been holding from the past. Okay? So because a lot of the contraction may have happened already for us, then we need to actually hold space for ourselves, and sometimes we need to have other people hold space for us to clear those contractions. Okay? And so that means creating healing spaces for ourselves. And we can do that with ourselves. This is what I offer in my rituals and through my program, creating that space for ourselves. Or we may attract, and we may attract partners who are going to be able to hold space for us. Once we are respecting and listening and loving ourselves, we're much more likely to attract a partner like that. And we can also just make it our lifestyle to keep on kind of clearing as we go. Okay? So one thing I would really advise you to do is to really listen around your moon time, around the time you get your period. Everyone's, process around that is really different. For me, it's about a whole week before that things start coming up to be felt, to be cleared. I cry a lot, and I take that time and that space to be with what's coming up during that time. And then I bleed, and after that, because I do that every month and take that time in that space, that means that I'm clearing as I go. I'm not having a build up of stuff from the past. I'm clearing as I go. And this is really why we have our moon time. Like the universe is like offering us this opportunity to clear every month, so we can clear what's no longer serving us and come back to balance and back to connection with ourselves, so that we can then start creating again in the next part of our cycle. So I would really say, just want to really let you know how important it is that you are receptive during that time to feel and, whatever wants to be felt during that time. And that's really going to help your sexual life greatly, because life is giving you an opportunity every month to heal. And that means taking time and space to go on that journey with yourself. Okay? So your yoni wants to heal, and it's offering you all these ways to heal. There's so many ways that you can heal, and you are going to be naturally moving in that direction as long as you keep on supporting that process. So your body wants to heal, and the key point is to keep on creating the connection rather than the disconnection. Putting yourself in situations where you feel safe, creating safety for yourself, creating the kind of environments where your body naturally heals. So just take a moment to reflect. Are you taking time during your moon time to really be with the emotions that are coming up at that time? And are you valuing yourself enough to put yourself in situations that feel safe and nourishing for you? And is there anything that you're going to have to let go of because it's just not helping you heal? So the last point about your yoni is that your yoni is designed to be a source of nourishment. It really, really is. Once your energy is flowing all the way through your pelvis, so I just want to, let you know that most people, the energy isn't flowing well through their whole bodies, and this is what leads to so much physical illness, but also so many imbalances in so many ways, and also a sense of feeling dissatisfied or low in energy, uninspired. It's because our energy isn't flowing well. And if you think about where the yoni is, it's like right in the middle of your body. It's like if the energy is not flowing in a healthy, harmonious way through that area, you can just imagine how we don't have that flow of vital energy that leads to vitality. And so this is why we need to cultivate this flow of energy through our yoni, through our sexual organs. And when we don't have that flow, this is what leads to imbalances in that area. And because that flow of energy goes with that flow of blood, which also goes with the flow of emotion, that's why it's so important that we're feeling our feelings. So if we don't feel our feelings, then we're blocking that flow. And your yoni is a source of nourishment when there's that flow of energy through your yoni and all the way down into your feet, and through your feet down into the earth and up from the earth through your body, all through your body. So one way that you can tap into this source of nourishment is by connecting to Mother Earth energy. And she's there for you. Wherever you live, you can find some way of connecting with her every single day. This is extremely key. Because when you tap into that vibration of Mother Earth, when even if you just like go for a walk with your dog, or you just go and stand under a tree, and then you just like relax and you listen and you feel the vibration of Mother Earth, you're tapping into that vibration, a feminine vibration. That vibration begins to move into you and through you. And this is why the sensual Qigong practices I teach is so effective, because we're actively working with that Mother Earth energy. And anytime we connect with her, she is healing us. She's healing us. And in the yoni meditation, yoni healing meditation that I share with you, you're working consciously with that Mother Earth energy. So that's how it works. She is like a healing feminine energy. She comes into our body and she creates energy flow. And also she naturally clears and cleans our energy field. It's like magic, but that's what she can do. And the same way is that you can contaminate a part of Mother Earth, and you go back there 30, 40 years later, and she could have just eaten up that poison, and is flourishing. She's a regenerative energy. And so by connecting with her every single day, definitely, then we support the healing of our yoni, and we tap into our yoni as a source of nourishment. So connecting to earth energy is key, and keeping your heart open. And again, this comes back to listening, noticing when our hearts get blocked and contracted, and then finding ways to nourish ourselves that our hearts can remain open, because our hearts are also an incredible source of nourishment. When your heart is open, it will nourish the rest of your body. And if your heart feels closed, it's going to show up in your life and in your body in so many different ways. So this is why I teach a lot of heart healing practices, because having an open heart creates immense well-being, and also feeds our yoni, because we tap into the best sexual experiences when our heart and our yoni are connected. So key point, nourish energy flow, connect to earth energy, support the energy to move through your whole body. All the practices I teach do this, and keep your heart open. So just take a moment just to feel into what can you bring into your life on a daily basis, something that's going to really help to keep your energy flowing and your heart open. So let me just summarize what I shared with you. Your yoni remembers. She remembers what happens, and she can hold things inside of her until she's able to release them. And she knows what she needs in order to release. She knows what she needs, and we need to listen in order to follow that guidance. And your yoni wants to heal. We're naturally moving towards healing. No, you might think you're totally fucked up, you're totally numb, beyond help. It's not true. It's not true. Actually, you are moving on a path towards healing. All you need to do is keep on supporting it. And your yoni is designed to be a source of nourishment. And this is part of really why I'm excited to share all this with you, is because I know that once you're really tapped into your yoni, to the wisdom in your yoni, and the energy flow through that whole area and through your whole body and through your heart, your beautiful open heart, you have touch into so much magic and so much love, like the deepest fulfillment you can possibly imagine. Because fulfillment comes when we feel connected. When we feel connected to ourselves, when we feel connected to our loved ones, when we feel connected to Mother Earth and to all the other beings that we share this earth with. This is where we feel really fulfilled. And a happy yoni really helps that to happen. So I hope that you've learned today how the power that you have inside of you to create healing, and how you're listening and you're noticing when you're contracted. Your willingness to support yourself to open and become more receptive is absolute superpower. You are an amazing feminine being who has this incredible ability to heal yourself and also heal others. And I hope that you learned today more about how you can heal yourself, and how that this is a very intimate journey that we actually have with ourselves, and that we have the power every moment to keep on choosing connection rather than disconnection. And if you would like to learn more of these incredible practices, I would love for you to consider if you would like to do the Yoni Wake Up Call program. It's a 1-month program that I created pretty much to walk you into this work and actually bring it into your life. It's a 4-week program, and women from all over the world have contacted me and said, I love the Yoni Wake Up Call program. It is actually an amazing program. You're going to learn all the different energetic practices that I've been speaking about, and also really explore the ways that you may have gone off track in your relationship with your sexuality, how you can create huge shifts in the way that you relate to your body. And I'd love to share that with you. I'm going to share that with you with a big discount, and the details are below. And so if you feel the calling to explore this work and to do this, and you would like some guidance, you'd like some support, then please consider the Yoni Wake Up Call program. And, I'm just really sending blessings to your path. I know that you have so much to give and so much beauty and magic to experience in your life and in your body. And so may, your path be so supported, and may you, really receive that support that you need. Sending you so much love. Are you ready to know and enjoy your body and feel your sexual energy on a whole new level? Most women have been shown such a superficial version of how feminine sexuality can be. And in the Yoni Wake Up Call program, you get to have a full experience of what is possible for you as a sensual, awakened woman. I created this program during a 3-day orgasm. Oh my God. I was recording the practices that I offer in the program, and whoa, it was just, wow, I didn't even realize that much ecstasy could be experienced in one body. It was incredible. I've been sharing this with women for a few years now, and every woman who has done this program has said that this program has been really powerful and transformative for them. So you might feel called to do this program because you want to shift sexual shame or like insecurity about your body and about your sexuality. Or perhaps you want to reawaken your libido, or just experience your body in a new way that feels good, that feels sacred, that feels nourishing and empowering. Maybe you want to let go of trauma from past experiences and have a complete reset and wake-up call for your sexuality. You will receive 28 days of the kind of sexual education that you definitely didn't get at school. You will receive so many potent practices that are effective and nourishing and will really enliven your relationship to your body. You will receive a deeper and more fulfilling relationship to your sexuality for life.